Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. Fancy reliving the glory days without emptying your pockets, getting this season's kits without leaving yourself skint? Well, you can at okjersey.com, where retro kits and this season's fits from every major beast across Europe and the Premier League don't break the bank. That iconic Leeds 70s strip, Liverpool's 89 Hillsborough Heroes, Manchester United's 99 Treble Terror, and even Arsenal's invincible Shimmer. Juve black and white Zebra Classics, Real Madrid's Galactico Whites. What a player R9 was. Inter's Nazuri Knights under the San Siro lights. PSG's stylish 90s flair. OK Jersey have got them all, direct from all the vaults. Authentic retro fire at prices that leave change for a pie at the match. No fancy markups, just pure kit passion. Free shipping for all orders over €50. And if you're part of the Just Joe family, you can drop the code JUST at checkout for 8% off. Because supporting the Mighty Whites or your continental crush, Tacticos, Barca, I'm looking at you. So gear up, don't break the bank, and go to okjersey.com, where history and current prices are affordable. Scan the QR code now, hit the link in the comments, and don't forget to use code JUST at checkout for 8% off. Peace out. Now let's get back to the boss show. Hey, now then, people, welcome back to the boss show. Welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I hope you are all doing well this morning. Let me tighten that up. I didn't realize how loose that was. I don't want my mic dropping off. Hope you're all doing well. We're going to do a public service announcement first and foremost to respond to a few people that need responding to. And we're also going to talk about Leeds United. We're going to talk about this weekend. We're going to talk about Calvert-Lewin's latest interview and all that jazz. Do you know where I feel? Do you know where I feel I'm at right now? I've been here before. I've been here before upsetting folk. I've been here before, yeah, losing subscribers. I've been here before gaining subscribers. I've seen this movie before, and I saw this movie under one Jesse Marsh, where I was upsetting people left, right, and centre, disagreeing with people left, right, and centre. I'm me. If you don't like me, you don't have to watch. And if you have chose to not watch, then that is your prerogative. Because if I don't like watching Married at First Fucking Sight that my mum used to watch all the time. I don't want to know about that shit. You know, it is what it is. I don't watch it. I don't write into Ofcom and say I'm disgusted at this show. If you don't like what I'm saying, then of course, do not watch. That is your prerogative. For anyone asking if I'm all right or, you know, reaching out, I'm grateful that you have chosen to do that. Thank you for your concern, but know that I am okay, right? I am okay, yeah? This is me. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I had the same people who I would consider friends falling out with me over my opinions on Jesse Marsh. And I guess it's flipped in a sense of people, because this time I'm supporting the manager, but it's still the same prerogative, right? It's okay for people to send shots in the chat, say things to me, but when it's the other way, I'm the bad guy. It is what it is. So I would just like to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. Just Joe does what the fuck he wants. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to watch. I've also, on the flip side, received a lot of positive messages that do you see what I'm saying? So it's in for a penny, in for a pound. Like the fact you keep it real, prepared to wear your heart on your sleeve all the way. Well, we don't have to speak about the journey that person's been on. But people like that, I cut through the shit. You know, I so glad you made this video and called out people who are ego tripping on the whole Farke situation was one comment. But on the flip side, there's some that say, you've gone too far now. I don't want to watch you anymore. And again, that is totally fine. Do you know what I mean? I won't lose sleep over it. I don't want you to lose sleep over it. If you think I've changed or I'm not, you haven't watched me long enough. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. But genuinely, like, if I've upset anyone, like, genuinely, it's YouTube. It's not real life. I'm sorry. Yeah. I have to, when I see things that I disagree with, I'm going to speak on it. That's all. That is all. And that's all I have done. So I hope that's okay. No pretending over here, as Ryan says. Yo, Vic, some yesterday calling me all sorts, saying this, saying that, but it's okay, isn't it? But David, if you believe that's the case, then don't watch. But I don't think what I was saying yesterday in response to videos, yeah, I don't think it is toxic to say, oh, so you think what the manager said is wrong, I think what he said is right, that makes it toxic. No, it's just you don't agree with my opinion. You don't agree with my opinion. Do you know what I mean? No, Robert, I will apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. Simple. Yeah? Simple. If you don't like it, you don't watch. Thank you very much, Leeds, man. Thank you very much. If you don't like my opinion, you don't like my delivery, then don't watch. I just didn't agree with the name calling like Gimp. Okay, I'm sorry if you don't agree with the name calling. Who did I call a Gimp? I don't know if I called anyone a Gimp. I might have done. I'll have to watch it back. So, but I don't. Again, let's move. Yeah, it's more toxic to twist the manager's words than anything. Calvert-Lewin's just done an interview, so let's get ahead of the game and find out and see. What does this mean, bro? Get behind the lads merchant, do one. What does that mean? What does that mean? You're not supposed to get behind the lads. You're not supposed to. If I call Connor a gimp, I called him a gimp. I must think he's a gimp. Simple. I'm sorry for calling you a gimp. Sorry for calling you a gimp, mate. He probably thinks I'm a knob. Well, there you go. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. So yeah. Judging from the state of X in this chat, he is wrong. Yeah, exactly. What about Farke? What about Farke? What about thinking about Farke? What about thinking about Farke? How does that make him feel? Or is that okay? Is that okay to just have a go at him? That's okay? Yeah, that's okay. He's free to do so. You can call him a gimp. You can call him a fucking wanker. You can call him clueless. You can call him a clown. But not you. I mean, Anyway, let's talk. See, it's stuff like this. You don't need to say stuff like that because again, you're talking. People are saying all this sort of stuff, but then you want to say that. That's not nice, is it? I don't drink, bro. Haven't drunk for fucking a long time. Don't drink. But that's your. So this is what I'm saying. Oh, Joe, you're so oh, he's on bottle clearly. You know, all that sort of stuff. Like, that's okay though. That's okay though. Innit? You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, it's people call him that. Or call him Osama bin Laden and all that sort of stuff. Terrorist. But that's okay. That's okay. That is okay. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means either. I've just had a look. An accomplice of a confidence trickster or swindler who poses as a genuine customer to entice or encourage others. I don't know what that means. If you mean by entice or encourage others, give other people opportunities, welcome them into the space. help grow their channels. If that's what you mean by that, by enticing or encouraging others, then yeah, I do that. Yeah, you're right. I do that. Yeah, well, I'm a dick though, right? Lots of sanctimonious and toxic creators after you today, Joe. Say strong, mate. Well, exactly. This is what I'm saying, but it's not. It's not. So, yeah. But that's okay, bro. That's okay. It's okay. And pencil Tash Gimp. Who remembers the Gipton Gimp? The Gipton Gimp was exceptional. Exceptional. Let me just shut my door. I've got issues with my I've got issues with my heat, and I'm gonna have to bleed the radiators again. My pressure in my boiler keeps dropping, and I keep having to fill it up, so there's a leak somewhere or something. No, I'm not reacting to anything. All I'm saying is I like to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. If I'm losing subscribers, gaining subscribers, it is what it is. I'm not here for that. I'm here to give my opinion on my football club, and sometimes it can boil over, and that's fine. But know that I'm okay mentally. If anyone's concerned about that, I am all right. Okay, I am okay, and it's all love. Yeah. And if me calling Connor a gimp has upset a lot of people, then I apologize for calling him a gimp. Okay, I'm sorry. I won't call him that again. Okay, I won't. Right. Okay. So, yeah, I'm not asked, no, Mikey. The point is, I'm not asked. I'm not asked. This is how I conduct myself. This is me. This is me, and has always been me. Nothing has changed. Less time for the helmets. Let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. I got one more night to get this. Oh, brr. We don't care. Brr. Right, okay. So let's have a look what DCL's had to say today. Let's get ahead of the game just in case he's upset for with this. See what's being said. And hear from the man himself. Let's go. Who should be starting by the weekend? I want us to pick our starting 11 for this weekend as well. So yeah. Exactly, man. Exactly, Justin. Exactly, bro. Everyone does. I won't. You know me, Claire. I haven't. I definitely won't. When have I personally attacked viewers? When have I personally attacked viewers? When have I personally attacked a viewer? Please tell me. Come on now, Mikey. This is not true. This is not true. It's not true. 100%. I will always be me. Oh, okay. So, okay. Really, Justin? Really? After Weasel, this, all that? Come on. Come on. I don't personally attack folks, bro. If I come on now. I don't personally attack you. I don't even know you, bro. So I don't know how I can personally attack you if I don't even know you. But anyway, let's get into see what Calvert-Lewin said in this. So let's have a go.
To come into a new environment, I think, 9 years is a long time to be anywhere, and I think I got to a point where I was just craving a new challenge and a fresh environment, and absolutely, yeah, happy to be here.
Why did you feel
happy to be at Leeds United? That's good. He's not upset anyone yet. Not emotional or like that.
Play your football elsewhere.
Good guy.
Probably my last 3 years at Everton were stressful. There was a lot of ups and downs, and I felt that.
Do you know what's been quite big? We've not had many injury concerns with Calvert-Lewin, have we? That's good. We've not had many injury concerns, Is that a thing? Has that happened? That's mad. we've had that one injury, but he still played 45 or however many minutes he got in that last game. So it's not been that bad.
I'd come to a stage where I probably started to stagnate a little bit and just felt like a fresh environment and a new challenge.
Let's see what he says about Leeds United.
Experience that I have, which maybe I...
So obviously he spoke on leaving Everton. We're not that pair. Yeah. Yeah. We don't need we don't need to worry about that. So on to the next one. Yeah.
Didn't want to be in those positions, but I have it. So I come with a strength, you know, that I can hopefully, if the going gets tough or we go through difficult moments as a team, I can kind of help use my experience and guide.
That's one thing the new signings bring, some of them anyway, is experience, right? Longstaff, Calvert-Lewin. This is where we need to draw on them. We need to draw on them because we will need their experience over these next couple of games, right? Because it's do or die time for the manager. I've just done a stream there, a pre-record on a Villa channel, and said that, right? You know, it's sort of do or die time for the manager. I almost feel Daniel Farke must win Sunday. The reason I say that is because then if he wins, he's then given Chelsea and Liverpool. I think the City game, that's been written off probably behind the scenes. Then, you know, we've written it off, right? So that's been written off. I think he has to beat Villa or not lose. But ideally, we need to be winning. Yeah, maybe, Kevin, maybe they are too good. We'll have a look at what Villa have got. We'll have a look at their squad, the personnel that they have, and see what's going to be best for us. And I will pull up their squad and look at their most recent games. And let's have a look at their results. Bournemouth was their last one, of which they won 4-0. So it's a perfect game for us to look at. Big up to Mark. Regarding the upcoming fixtures, we're going to have to play them anyway. So getting them out of the way in one hit could play into our hands. 100%. 100% it could. It could. But let's get back to what he says, and then we'll have a look at Villa. We'll have a look at what we think our 11 should be and go from there, yeah?
People that perhaps haven't been in those situations before and be the player that can be leaned on.
Being a dad.
This is a big thing as well, right? What I will say, we do have a largely inexperienced squad at this level, especially in a relegation dogfight. If we look at so Bogle, I guess you could say he's been in it before. So yeah, he's experienced there. Rodon was at Tottenham, but didn't really play much. Bielsa and Strouk has experience. Goodmanson not so much. The midfield of Longstaff. There's only really a few sprinklings, isn't there? Love you or not, at least you're coming on live and facing the wrath of your critics, and that's fine as well, Tan. I would never delete videos. I would never take them down. I would never, pretend to be other people and write comments about myself and all that sort of stuff to try and change opinion and stuff. I'm just me. It is what it is. And if I upset folks, like, I joke and say, oh, I'd like to apologize to absolutely nobody and all that jazz. But if I have genuinely upset someone, then I'm sorry. Okay, I am sorry for that because that's not my intention. Yeah,
It's changed you. You've made that quite clear. You've called it like healing. What's healed about you, or what's made life better for you?
Made my debut at 19, so a lot of my growth has been in the spotlight, and I think that everybody,
and they may well sack him, Robbie.
Make mistakes.
They may well sack him,
especially you're in your 20s,
and if he's going to be sacked, it'll be now.
Yeah, I'm still in my 20s now, but I think when you're in your early 20s, I look at some players now that you come in under scrutiny in the media, and you think it's just a young man learning his way, finding his path. And I would say that
We don't. We
becoming a
don't. You're
dad
right,
kind of
mate.
answered a lot of questions for me, you know, and
We don't. You're
a
right.
lot of questions about life and who I am and what I find important and what is important to me. And it's definitely balanced me and give.
So
brought me a
this is
lot of
about
peace.
parenthood. We don't need
Not so
to know
peaceful.
this. Let's see
I would
what
say
you're
it's
saying
been
about
a, it's
this
been a good
season.
start. You know, could be better, can always be better. Being critical, but I think that I didn't have much time to really get into the swing of things. You know, I signed, what was it, 4 days before the season started. So trying my best to keep myself fit, but it's not the same as playing and training, you know, with a team. So once I came in, it was just about building fitness, and I got that through training and playing games in the Premier League, which, you know, the most
So is the
watched league
best
league in
still
the
yet
world.
to come
So
from Calvert-Lewin? You would
yeah, and I
hope.
think
You
as
would hope because he
my
hasn't
fitness
really
has
had a
grown,
pre-season, has he? To be fair
output's
to him,
increased, and I feel probably
his
physically I'm at a
pre-season
level
has
now
been
where
him playing games
I'm as
on
fit
the
as I
fly.
can be. So it's just about fine tuning the things on the pitch. And as far as like
Are we back in the Marsh
the
era?
club
More
and
interviews
the
than
staff
points.
and the players, it's
We are, though. This is what I said at the start of the video, and upsetting folk was something that I was good at during the Marsh era as well, because I went against the grain at that point as well, because I wanted him sacked, and many believed that he should have stayed, and he was the man to take us to the next level and stuff. And I'd said the season before, Chelsea, as I said, I literally fell out with they fell out with me over this. And I feel like we're in that same place again. And it is difficult. I've told you that as a content creator, because this is your job. This is what you do on a day-to-day basis. So you're consumed by Leeds United, both positives and negatives. It is what it is. And I do feel that we're in the same sort of era, but I'm on the other side of it this time, of like, I believe that the manager should be given chances and has been sold hasn't been given the best tools, etc. But yeah, it is what it is.
been a joy to join and a joy to be involved in.
Thank
Great
you,
group of
Robbie.
lads,
I will
and
not.
settled in really quickly.
Yorkshire as well.
Yeah, I feel
Where are you from?
He's
I
at
feel
home.
Yeah, I
He's a
think
Yorkshire
it's
boy.
something familiar as when I first came. You know,
We love that.
hearing the accents,
Yorkshire
and things
boy.
like that. It was it felt like home.
What would be a good season?
What would be a good season? Survival,
We
man.
want to finish as high as possible.
Survival, innit?
Up and not down. And
Not
he
for a
called
long
me the day
period, mate.
before I
Not for a
signed, the
long
manager,
period. I
and
remember it well.
spoke to me for half an hour. And just one of the key things I remember feeling is like he was very like spoke to me on a human level.
Right, so this is about Farke, right? So I know there's some believe that the manager's lost the dressing room, or it has been mentioned. In my chat, sometimes people have said it, he's lost the dressing room. So he's now speaking on the manager, and let's see what he says in it, because he's going to give us it real, right?
You know, not just player to manager. It was human to human, which I appreciated. He didn't only talk about football and tactics. You know, he spoke a little bit about life and recognizing the journey that I'd been on. And
so it gets him on a human level, right? And I believe the manager has a good core group of players that actually respect and do like him. I know some that don't believe that, but I do. I think he's got a very good group that actually do respect and like him, on a human level, on a personal level.
And how he'd watched me for a long time, from, you know, being young to the point I'm at now, and seeing my development and seeing where I'd kind of hit a few roadblocks, and he wanted to understand that a little bit more from my side, which I explained. And
we've got to remember as well that the manager's a striker. The manager's a striker. He's been a director of football. He's been nearly every single position you can think of, right? Striker, director of football, manager, coach, etc. So he's in a decent position to be able to impart knowledge, I guess.
I could just feel his confidence in me without having, you know, met him personally, and I could feel his desire to get me in the building and to want to see me do well.
That feeling, though, when you hear
That's
someone say, "I've been watching you for years."
This bit.
How
That
good
was
does
the
that
greatest
make you
interview
feel?
we've ever.
Yeah, of course. It was a nice
Somebody
conversation.
always
You know,
said it.
I can't say I've had too many
Greatest
conversations
captain.
like that with managers.
You've already given yourself a real fighting chance, haven't you, to be in the Premier League next season?
War Piglet says, marching on with Just Joe. Big up to you, War Piglet. Big up to you, my man. Thank you very much.
Statistically, you know, the teams that are newly promoted are always backs against the wall from the start.
They're always The
Leeds to
three
stay up.
things
This is
straight
what we're
away I
talking
always
about
looked
now.
at and thought, tough,
which
tough.
is normal. It's always been that way. So I think that for us, we've more so for ourselves in our performances, we've shown what we're capable of, what we're good at, where we need to improve, and I think it's having that mentality of, you know, win or learn. You know,
Win or learn. But Mikey, this is where we're at, right? So we can have a conversation, but you're straight away, you hear things and look for the negative in that, where I was look for the positive, and this is where the fan base is at. And that's why there's difference of opinions. And that's why emotions are high. So if you're here and I'm there, and then it becomes, oh, but then it's like I'm being personal to you, or which isn't the case by any stretch of the imagination. But what I would say in that respect is that you've chosen to hear what he said then and taken the negative from that, right? DCL always comes across well. He's a good lad. He's a Yorkshire boy. Don't forget this fact.
either you win, or if you don't get the result that you're looking for, you analyze why. And I think it's been small details where we've probably let ourselves down. And that's where I'm talking about where we need to improve. And over the course of the season, you have to turn those moments into your favor. And then that's ultimately what gets you up there. But yeah, we've got full belief in our ability within our squad, that we can achieve our goals and our targets. And that's what we're striving for every day, and creating a winning environment.
And life's good.
Life
Life's
is good.
great.
Yeah, life is good.
Life is good, right? Good, right? Okay, so there isn't anything untoward in that interview. I do like the way that it finishes there towards the end. We have belief. If you look at some of the games that Leeds United have played, there has been moments. I mean, we could all be looking at a totally different Leeds United position had it Bournemouth's won. Bournemouth, we should have had 3 points. You know, that's a real sticker for me. Fulham again, we should have had a point on the road. Tottenham, you know, Tottenham 2 deflected goals, you know. Yeah. One of the only real people using this bad time at Leeds try to make profits on YouTube and cause negativity around the fan base when we should all be backing the team manager and the club. Listen, people are just doing content. Listen, it is what it is. Everyone's entitled to do how they want to do. Yesterday was really frustrating for me because I think it was unfair how the manager was being portrayed. And I feel it was only fair to call out such gaslighting. I seen embarrassing, angering. I just didn't get it, and we watched it together. So, like, someone sent me a message today saying, I only saw the response on social media. I hadn't actually seen the video. After watching the video with you, I agree with you. That was my whole point, because I know a lot of the content that had been done, was just what the manager had said and not actually watching it. And when we've watched it together, I think it was unfair, the response. And then I think it's only right to call out such a switching in opinion, almost like you've been waiting. And that's me. I'm going to call that out. And it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You've never attacked me, Joe. We have always had good debate. It was on observation how you've been recently. That's all. Who have I attacked? Who have I attacked? Other than one specific creator, fair enough. I'll take that. And that's something that I have. But other than that, I don't think I've attacked. I was attacked yesterday in the comments by people, and I responded to. And then I'm getting dug out for responding to said people, which I don't agree with. You know? Yeah, I saw that. And I just didn't agree with that comment either. The diploma in deflection. You know? I just don't agree. But if I speak on that, I'm not allowed to speak on that. You know? It's fine. Joe did a video a week ago, I think, where he was speaking on me. And that's fine. I don't get annoyed or frustrated by that. Joe rang me and we spoke about it. That's fine. 100%. I'm playing no victim. In which way am I playing a victim, bro? Please tell me. I don't play no victim. I am not a victim. Trust me. He literally was just answering questions in an interview. And I don't think anything he said was incorrect. Joe, don't think it's what you say. Just think you get a bit heightened, which is, I do it. Loud in your debates, but then you can be put down. Yeah, like I've always been an argumentative guy. That's what people come to my channel for. If you don't want to watch that anymore, you can also not watch, and that's fine. Do you know what I mean? It's water off a duck's back to me. It's water off a duck's back. So we move. Right, so Calvert-Lewin's done an interview. I don't think he said anything untoward there. Anyway, let's move on and let's have a look at this Villa side. Because can we get a result? Will we get a result? When when you drink that energy shite, you're miles worse. I haven't. Yeah, if you don't want to be here, then fuck off, as Cooper once said. Yeah, 100%. It's bang on. If you want to be patronised, like Ryan, this is what it is. We move. Right, okay, let's have a look at this Villa lineup in their most recent game. Emi Martinez in goal. I guess man for man. Let's do it, man for man. Goalkeeper. Who do you taking? Are you taking Emi Martinez over Perry or Darlow? I think the answer is a massive yes. Matty Cash, would you take him over Bogle? I would, personally. Sorry, I know I like Bogle, but Matty Cash is just a different breed. Konza, England's Konza over Joe Rodon. I'd still take Konza, I apologise. I'd probably put Rodon alongside Konza, yeah, we'll do that. Left back, Luca Dean, Premier League experience, I'd take him. I like Goodmanson, but I would. John McGinn can operate off the left, in the middle, on the right. Yeah, I'm taking John McGinn. Kamara, Amadou Onana, yeah, maybe. I like our midfield, so let's just forget about them. Emi Buendia, what I would give for Emi Buendia, we said he was shot. We said he wasn't good enough. He's had a very, very good season this season. Morgan Rogers is different gravy. And Ollie Watkins, although he's not an out-and-out goal scorer, I think he's like a 1 in 2, 1 in 3 man. He's still better than what we have. So, yeah. Aston Villa have a very, very good squad. If we have a look at the lineup, so they've got off the bench, they had Barkley, Tielemans, Sancho, Bogard, Marlon, Guesson. They're just better than us, right? They are just better than us. And that's shown with an emphatic result against Bournemouth. Emphatic result against Bournemouth. 4-0 against Bournemouth that were flying. So Marlon, Barkley, Onana, and Buendia, all goal scorers in that one. If we have a look at their most recent results, like I said, they started the season pretty poorly, if we're being totally honest. But that's changed. I mean, look at their recent form. There's a loss against Liverpool. There is a loss against Go Ahead Eagles. But I mean, look at the form outside of that. Just greens all over the board. Yeah. So it's going to be tough. Yeah. And there you go, Mikey. That's fine. I love you as well. It is what it is. But yeah, they're in some very good form. Very good form in league and in Europe. Leeds United obviously don't look anywhere near to that in terms of our form. It's pretty dire, if we're being totally honest. Leeds United right now. Anyway, we move. Let me have a look here at. I do want us to build our 11 for this game, so we're going to share this tab. Now, I do think it'll be still 4-3-3. I do think it'll still be 4-3-3. I think he has to start at this point, Kershaw, just due to that form in itself. You know, I think Daniel James he played well for Wales at the weekend. I think he has to start. Surely Daniel James has to start in this game. I would also echo what's just been said here by Luke, that we have to be direct. We have to be direct. We have to be physical. Because that's something we've gone away from of late. The start of the season, we were pretty direct up to the big man. We all saw the graphic with this patient, measured build-up that wasn't. It's not really getting us anything, is it? It's not really getting us anything, and if anything, it's leaving us susceptible to counter attacks as well. 7-0 against Macedonia. I think Harry Wilson was great in that game as well. What I'd have given for that. So Dan James has to start. I think the goalkeeper will be Perry. I don't know how good of a buy he's been, but we move. I think some shoe-ins at right centre back has to be Rodon. Bogle will play at right back, I believe, and I do believe at left back, obviously Goodmanson, provided everyone comes back from international duty well enough. Now, left centre back for me, due to progression of the football and the pace in which he does, has to be Pascal. It has to be Pascal for me. I'm interested to get people's thoughts on that. Would you go with Pascal? Do you think I'm right in saying it should be Pascal? I'd be interested to see what people's thoughts are. I think some people think Leeds United are waiting for Joe to say sack Farke, then they'll get on and do it. Maybe. Pascal agreed. Pascal is better on the ball, agreed. And I think the pace in which we need to move it up down that left-hand side, we do lose. We do lose when Bielsa's there. So for me, I would go Pascal. I think the fact he brought him on in the last game showed us that as well. And I think Pascal Strout will start at left centre-back, and I'm totally okay with that. You seen USMNT versus Bielsa? Yeah, it was 4-0, was it? It's not good. Quicker Bielsa gets sacked, the quicker he can return home anyway. Ryan says probably Pascal, but not big on either. I am good, Mr. 420. I promise you of that. Left wing then, that will be Noah. And again, it's who else would play there? Okafor? There we go. Okay, 4. Up front for me, it's Calvert-Lewin. When fit, he's the better of the strikers. I know some of you might disagree and believe that it should be Metcher, but for me, I think overall, I think Calvert-Lewin is the better footballer. I know a lot will say Metcher, just due to him scoring that goal, but outside of that goal, he didn't do anything. But that's just my opinion. Midfield 3. Who plays, folks? Do we drop Ampadu? I don't think it will, but Ampadu. Look at that hair, man. Oh, it's terrible, isn't it? Ampadu. We'll put him here, though. Ampadu. No, not there. A team full of Ampadus. I think this is what I thought the other day when I was asked to put together a team. I would drop Longstaff just based on recent games. Yeah, Ampadu has been poor, but no chance of getting dropped. That's where I am at with that. Still drop Ampadu to defence. I can't. No, not for me. Stack Longstaff and Tanaka. I don't think he drops Ampadu. I don't think he drops Ampadu. Don't know what people's thoughts are, but I don't think he will, if I'm honest. I just don't see it. Because he's our captain. He's our captain, and start Gruev instead of Ampadu, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be look. Does it look better with James at right wing? I would say so, yeah. I think he will make that change as well, by the way. I do think he will make that change. I think we'll see that this weekend. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Get it right eventually. I do think Aronson will drop out this weekend. I'm sure this will be Amp's fourth relegation. At some point, you've got to look in the mirror. I don't think that's fair. One player does not make. I'm same as you, but would swap Stack for Longstaff. So you drop Stack, bring in Longstaff, get Rothwell back. I don't think he's Premier League. Personally, mate, I don't think he's a Premier League player, but we move. We do move. Tomorrow I've got an opposition preview as well. That'll be happening at 5:30 after Potts' show at 4:00. I'm also on a Villa podcast at 7. We've got the presser Friday, and then we've got games on Saturday, which we'll be covering as well. Saturday and Sunday, the watch alongs are back. If he drops Aronson, I'll be happy. I think he will. I don't think Aronson will start at the weekend. I think Dan James, just based on his form for Wales, will come in. Obviously, Nonto should be involved as well. If Nonto's not involved, then every reason to, start to find out what the feck is going on in that respect, because there's some serious concerns there. If he's not, big up to Andy as well, Andy Hudson, for the message. Thank you very much, mate. Just received that. Haven't had an attacking mid since Pablo yet. Mr. Trick with Wilson, he's mint. I said he would be a good buy at the time as well. I know not a lot of people agreed, but it is what it is. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? What actually happens. But yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. These next 4 are massive. I just hope that we can get positive results. If we get positive results, I mean, what can I put this to people, right? Genuinely, for those that don't rate the manager, which I know there's a lot in the chat. What happens if he gets positive results? Then what? Let's say he beats Aston Villa on Sunday. We get beat by City, that's to be expected. And then we beat one of either Chelsea or Liverpool. Then what? Then what do we do? What's people's thoughts at that moment in time? Still out? Just prolongs the inevitable? The flip-flops retract? He saved his job till January. You want him to get 12 points. Barney calls it Jesse 2.0, potentially, Jesse obviously saved his job with Liverpool and Bournemouth, didn't it? And it still went tits up. So, yeah. Stephen says he saves his job. Does he save his opinion within the fan base as well? But I get why people would say this. 100%. Obviously, I can't see that because I like the manager. You would still like to see a change, but that's not fair, is it? That's not fair if that happens. Is it? Best ever Leeds manager by results, isn't he? I mean, I know he did well. He can't change, Joe. What do you mean he can't change? In what respect? Why? What the fuck is this? This isn't what I just wanted to do something. I'm trying to find it, but it's not letting me. I wanted to do the predictor over the next 4.
1 second. Let me just see if I can work this because I've saved it, but 1 second, sorry. I don't know why it's not letting me do the predictor. Normally my page would just go straight through to there, you see. Oh, there we go. There it is. Standings calculator. I found it, folks. I found it. Right, okay. So let's do the next four. Let's do the next four. Let me change my camera. And we'll do some sharing of screenage. So let's do this now and just get a general thoughts. Let's do the next four and see where the land lies. Yeah, let's do it. I don't know if it's fair me doing it because obviously, you know. Alfonso, you seem to be using an opinion on a football match to justify your opinion. Does it already? No. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? There are things I don't agree with. Things I don't agree with. Things that have happened. Do you think I'm out here calling some? Listen, if this was, I don't like him. Simple, and them reasons will stay personal to me. You know, but that's why do you? Come on, man. We were friends. We are not now. That doesn't just happen for no reason. In my, you know, but that's me. Why do you think? I just don't understand. You know me now. Do you think I would just shout off on someone because of a footballing opinion? No. Come on now. But why is it? It doesn't matter. No, I don't need to spill the tea. It will remain personal to me, and that's that. Okay. Yeah, and we don't now. Things change. Anyway, we move. Right, Burnley versus Chelsea. I do think the game will be tight. Burnley have been good at home. The facts are, you know, Burnley, I think if we have a look at the Premier League, let me have a look at the standings. If I go on home form, Burnley they lost twice actually at home. They lost to Arsenal and they've lost to Liverpool. So I was going to say they might get a result against Chelsea, but the fact that they've lost to Arsenal and they've lost to Liverpool, I believe that they will lose also to Chelsea as well, right? So let's go for 3-1. Bournemouth versus West Ham. Bournemouth are a good side. West Ham have turned a corner, but I still think Bournemouth will have too much for West Ham. Brighton versus Brentford. Brentford not that good. Yeah, exactly, Mikey. That's what I'm saying. Just some things that happened at a time I don't like. So it is what it is. Fulham versus Sunderland. Now, this is a big game for us because I need Sunderland to be doing bits. Fulham not going great. There's a lot of issues surrounding Marco Silva, and I hope Sunderland can win. Yeah, I hope Sunderland can do something for us in that game. I'm gonna have a look at Fulham's home form. Oh wow, their home form is very good actually. They drew against Man United, beat Leeds, beat Brentford, lost to Arsenal, beat Wolves. Can they do the same to Sunderland? Nah, I'm gonna go for a draw. I would like Sunderland to win, but I'm gonna go for a draw. Liverpool, don't know how to call that. Because which Liverpool are going to turn up? We will go 2-1 though. Wolves versus Palace. No new manager bounce. I think Edwards is shit, so I'm going to go for Palace 2-1. Newcastle versus City. Newcastle are not going great, but it is at home, and I'm going to go for yeah. Leeds versus Villa. You know what I'm going to say? We get a shock win. You're not going to believe me, though, are you? You're going to say, nah, that's not going to happen. Can we get a draw at least? I'm going to say a shock win, you know. We're going to come back with a vengeance and we're going to win 2-1, yeah? Arsenal Spurs, can't wait for this game. We'll be covering it on the channel. I'm going to go for, because they always win, 1-0. Man United versus Everton. Man United have turned a corner. We'll go for 2-1, okay? Remember, we're just doing the next 4. Sunderland, Bournemouth. Sunderland, amazing at home, 2-1. Brentford, Burnley, good at home. Will beat Burnley 2-1. Man City will beat us 4-0. Simple as pie. Everton, Newcastle, I'm going to go for 1-1. Tottenham against Fulham, I'm going to go for a 2-0 Tottenham win. Palace versus Manchester United. I'm actually going to say Palace win that. Villa versus Wolves. Is it a Black Country derby? Maybe that? Potentially. Villa versus, yeah, I think they'll win. Wolves are in the shit. Forest beat Brighton at home. West Ham lose 3-1. Actually, I'm going to go for a draw in that one. Chelsea versus Arsenal. I'm going to go for a draw in that one as well. Okay, moving on. Bournemouth versus Everton. 2-1 Bournemouth. Fulham versus City. Again, similar to us. I'm going to go for a 4-0 City win. Newcastle, Tottenham. Tottenham better away from home. We'll win that. Brighton versus Villa. I am going to go for 1-2 Villa. Arsenal wipe the floor with Brentford 4-1. Burnley, Palace. Again, I'm going to go for a draw in that one. Wolves versus Forest. Again, I'm going to go for a draw in that one. Liverpool, Sunderland. Liverpool beat them at home. Leeds versus Chelsea. This is the one where we get a positive result. I say we beat Chelsea 2-1. Man United versus West Ham. Again, 2-1. Villa versus Arsenal. I'm going to say Villa beat them. Shock the world. Bournemouth, Chelsea. We're going to go for a 1-2. Everton beat Forest. We're going to go for City 4. Sunderland 0. Newcastle beat Burnley 2-1. Tottenham 1-1 against Brentford. Leeds lose this 1-3. Brighton versus Fulham. West Ham, 2-1. Fulham versus Palace, I will go for a 1-1 draw. And Wolves versus Manchester United season on 3. Now, there's the next 4 in mind. I know you'll say I'm being generous. It is what it is. But that would mean Leeds United would move up to 14th with 17 points. What are we currently on? Let me have a look at the standings. What are we currently on? We are on 11. So that would mean a swing in that point. Wow. 6 points, man. 6 points. We got 6 points, 2 wins in the next 4. Burnley in the relegation zone. West Ham, Wolves still down there as well. I've told you, man, it's happening. It's happening. How good would it be? I didn't. I had us losing 4-0 and I had us losing at Liverpool. We beat Villa. And we beat Chelsea. Now, what we can do, let's say, for example, that doesn't happen, which is a massive possibility, and we go back and we say that Leeds United draw against Chelsea and draw against Villa. Let's say that happens. And we calculate that now, and we move down. That put Leeds in 17th. Again, still outside of the drop zone with only 2 points in the next 4. Now, I actually believe that we will win at least one of them games. So let's say it is that Villa game. We're 15th based on what I've predicted. Again, that might be wrong. But either way, the only way Leeds United end up in the relegation zone, of course, would be based on my predictions if we were to lose all 4, which can you imagine what that would be like? But if Leeds United did lose all 4, that would put Leeds 19th, okay, based on my predictions. So if we draw 2, we're outside the relegation zone. If we get 4, we're outside the relegation zone. So if we lose all 4, which I don't think... genuinely, even the Farke outers who are dead set against the manager, do you think we're going to lose all 4? Do you actually believe that Leeds United will lose all 4? Do you think we will lose all 4? I am going to just put a poll. I'm going to put a poll in the chat and find out if we will. Will Leeds... One second. Lose the next 4. We lose them all, says JB. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. No, not all 4. I don't think we'll lose all 4. 1 win, 1 draw, 2 losses. Jimmy, that's where I had us. Lose at least 3 and maybe get a draw. So 53% currently, just based on those that are for 55%. 55% say no now after a few more votes. I don't think we'll lose all 4. I actually think we're going to surprise a few folks, and we'll see. Are we getting Jack City in to do predictions until Christmas? Of course we are. We're still in regular contact. I will get in Hon 100%. We will get in there, definitely. We'll lose the next 3 and probably beat Liverpool. Another Jesse Marr situation. Brain says yes. Heart says I hate that. Brain is right. Yeah. We'll see. We shall see. We move though, don't we? We move. We'll lose the next 3 and probably beat Liverpool. Another Jesse Marr situation. If he gets 3 or 4 points from the next 4, he's done very well. 100%. 100% he is. And we'll do well. But look, in the chat, 62 votes. I know that's not a lot, but 56% say no, we won't lose all 4. I don't think we will lose all 4 either. I don't. I just don't. It's a joke. We'll draw 2 of them. If we get battered versus Villa, 3-4-0, he's done. Look, I think they're going to give him... If he loses Villa, yeah, maybe. I don't think they'll sack him, no. They've got the City game and all that sort of stuff. 1's a draw, though, Joe. 3 losses, 1 draw. Maybe, Mikey. Maybe. We'll wait and see. But listen, I've done an hour. I don't know what might transpire over the next couple of hours. Let's have a look. I know I'm with Donna Sam at 5. I'm on Ben YouTube, a Leeds fan, doing my music picks. I think Joe's done it and some other content creators. But 57% based on the votes, folks, say that Leeds won't lose all 4. And I don't think we will either. I honestly don't think we will, but we'll see. We'll see. But thanks as always for watching the Just Joe Football Show. Again, I'd like to apologise to absolutely nobody. I hope you have an amazing day. Sorry to nobody. And I say sorry enough in my life, to be honest. It's a trauma response. You just go, sorry. What are you sorry for? I'm just sorry for being sorry. But we move. Thanks as always. I am going to sort out my radiators now. I need to go get one of them radiator locks because it's just all cold and leaking and everything. So have an amazing day and I'll see you on the other side. Love for the love and all that jazz. Peace out, folks. Bye-bye now.